I have a question for you today. And this question, your answer is going to help you to determine how you're doing spiritually. Here's the question. What are you attempting to do for God? In Numbers chapter 26, we see a counting of the people. And this is 38 years after they originally counted the people of Israel. They counted them for the same reason both times, to see how many active military men were available for service. When they got done with all the counting, what they determined was there was a 0.3% change in men. In other words, almost completely stagnant as a nation for 38 years. 1,800 men different. And in fact, it was less. Now, the thing about that is you should grow as a nation. You should be adding people to your measure, but they weren't. The point of this today is this. You might be stagnant spiritually. You might not be growing spiritually. And the way you know if you're growing spiritually is this. Number one, do you have dreams for God? Do you have dreams of things you want to accomplish for Him, you want Him to accomplish through you? Or are all of your dreams selfish, or do you have no dreams at all? Number two, those dreams need to turn into plans. If you have this dream, this goal, this vision, then what are the plans for that? And then what are the benchmarks along the way to accomplish that vision for God? Whatever it is you want to see God do through your life or in your life, it needs to turn into a set of benchmarks or plans or goals for that. And then number three, faith. See, it takes faith to do something that you can't accomplish on your own for God. You've got to be able to say, Lord, I can't do this alone by my own strength, my own power, but I'm going to put my faith in you that you are going to allow me to do that. If you're not dreaming for God, making goals and plans for God, and putting your faith out there for God, you are stagnant. If the answer to your question is what I'm trying to accomplish for God that's bigger than me, you want to get up and go to church, I want to, just kind of get by, you're stagnant. Ask God for a plan, a goal, a vision, a dream that He can accomplish through you, and only He can accomplish through you. Something you can't do on your own. That's what they needed. That's why for 38 years they didn't grow as a nation, because they had no vision. They knew they were going to be in the wilderness for 40 years. They knew they were just treading water. But what you're going to see is in the next few years, after they're taking the land, they're growing as a nation. Even though they'd lose people in battle, they were growing. What we need today is to grow spiritually, and it will not happen unless God gives you a vision for what He wants you to accomplish. Do some business with God today. Ask Him what He wants to do through your life.